The onboard reporter role is a little unique in that you're on board to tell the story, but you're prohibited from helping with the sailing of the boat. It's your job to tell the story, and the story isn't always happy and perfect. You know, there are certainly down moments and tough days, and it's your job to give those equal attention. But one thing that I've always thought was really important about this job was the professional respect. Working really hard for them so that when I need something from them, they work really hard for me. And it's that balance, that compromise that you have to earn. You know, it's a lot of trust into not only, you know, you're respecting their brand, but also telling the story the right way. Being a professional sailor myself, but as a part of the team can be a little difficult sometimes. You know, you've two sets of hands and you want to help move things around and contribute where possible, particularly during the hard times. But rules are rules, and this whole role has been really well adopted by the community and the sailors on board, and it's pretty clear that my primary responsibility is to tell their stories. So thankfully I don't get too much flack from the rest of the guys. We've got a number of different tools we can use on board to tell the story, and a combination of photography, video, and writing. And I think those three tools, you know, paint a really complete picture. And so a variety of different cameras, the computer, iPad, a lot of fixed cameras on board that we use for just looking around the boat. But it all gets sent off the boat through a satellite dish on the back. And it's pretty incredible considering we're sending high definition video and making live calls from some of the most remote corners of the world. It's an amazing piece of technology. The onboard kit selection is heavy, as you can imagine, but the only real restriction is the opinion of the rest of the sailors on board. If I bring too much stuff, it's a lot of unnecessary weight, so you have to strike a fine balance between kind of a diversity and variety of lenses and perspectives, tools, but at the same time, you know, make sure that you keep things as competitive as possible. But of course, then you have to have spares and redundancies. Saltwater always wins, whether it's a wave over the bow or even just the air inside the boat. We've kind of burned through cables and connections and microphones. So 4 races worth of experience has taught me a little bit about making sure you're well suited for every contingency. We've all seen videos of America's Cup in Newport and the crowds that can be on the water. And as one of many sailors that calls Rhode Island and Newport home, it was a dream come true to sail in there in first place and receive that same hero's welcome. It was a pretty incredible spectacle. And I tell a lot of people about Newport and the way that sailors there feel like family, and to see people that don't call Newport home have every bit of the same feeling and welcome. You know, it's a very special moment. Going offshore in this race is one of the privileges. It's one of the attractions to do it. It's very hard in 2023 to disconnect, so to speak, and to be able to kind of sever ties with your phone and everything that becomes such a distraction in your day-to-day ashore is really unique. And I look forward to kind of the, you know, offshore mentality. You become very focused and appreciate the little things in a way that you don't ashore. So it's hard losing touch with friends and family, but at the same time, I think they understand the draw and probably a little jealous themselves. I'd say the hardest thing about this race and being on board is just the general wear and tear and fatigue on the body and the mind. It's a 6-month grind, and it's relentless. It's very rare that you have an opportunity to kind of catch your breath right from the start in Alicante, and you always end up at the finish having given 100%, completely exhausted. The best thing about my job is being able to tell this incredible story. You know, this is an adventure as much as it is a race, and as a storyteller, I've got the most incredible opportunity to capture 6 months at sea and what that does to the humans on board, as well as the competitive environment we so often find ourselves in. This race is so unique in that it's the perfect blend of competition and adventure and exploration, and we're really pushing limits, not only in the way that we approach sailing and the technology and engineering that's gone into designing these incredible machines, but also just challenging, you know, the human mind and pushing ourselves physically, what you learn about yourself and the group around you along the way. And we get to explore the world. You know, every race, the course has brought us to parts of this planet where people are rarely encountered. And for our sponsor, like 11th Hour Racing, it's an incredible opportunity to use this as a platform to inspire and to educate and to pursue change. You know, I think we're all, as ocean lovers, we're ocean stewards and ambassadors, and we get to use sport as a way to influence others, and it gives us an opportunity to race for purpose, and it's always been something here at 11th Hour Racing Team that we're very proud of.